Hey everybody, this is Rich Fontaine, Power of Self-Entertainment, and this is Daily Motivation, 365 days of consistency, doing something every single day till you master it, till it becomes part of you, till you become great, and giving yourself every single day that consistency to make things happen. And this is what the 2020 is for. That's what it's for me, and I hope that is what it's going to be for you. 365 days of complete consistency. And today I want to talk about being neutral. One of my favorite books is this book here. I've read this thing probably way too many times. Hi, Cynthia. Is the 48 Laws of Power. One of my favorite books. Actually, if you go to my book club, I did a whole article breakdown of this entire book because it's so profound. And one of the laws is to be neutral. Is to remain neutral. And I want to take it a step further and say how you should be neutral in your mind. Which reminds me of a story that Alan Watts told me once. There was a Chinese farmer who owned thoroughbred racing horses. And one day, all of his racing horses escaped from the fence and ran away. And all the villagers came by and said, "Oh, what a terrible news that all of your horses ran away." And the farmer said, "Maybe." Later, 2 days later, the horses came back with 4 more new stallions. And all the villagers came back around and said, "Wow, you just got 4 new stallions for free. What an amazing event." He said, "Maybe." Later, his son tried to break one of these horses, fell off and broke his leg. And the villagers came around and said, "Oh, what a terrible accident." He said, "Maybe." Later, the commission office came by to recruit his son for the army, but rejected him because of his broken leg. And they said, "Oh, wow, well, that's amazing that your son was rejected." And he said, "Maybe." And that is the way way, what they call in the Eastern culture the middle way, what the Buddha taught. What the Buddha taught is not to lean too far to the left, not to lean too far from the right. Somebody said, I think it was Charlemagne the God, who said, I think his father told him, that you're never as good as they say, and you're never as bad as they say. And to keep yourself into that neutrality of energy. That no matter if things are going well in your life, you're not too excited, you're not too hyped. And when things are going bad in your life, you're not too down, you're not too depressed. You just ride the middle, knowing that this too shall pass. And people think about that line in the good book, "This too shall pass," only in a negative way. But it also means even in a positive way. It just means things are going to change. Don't hold on, don't grasp into things that were never meant to be solid anyway. It's why you go from 5th grade to 6th grade to 7th grade. You can't be in 5th grade forever. You have to evolve, and things will constantly change. The place you live at, you will not live forever. All the things you have may not be forever, and if you ride the middle way, you're good with it. So when everything is happening to you, doesn't matter if it's good or bad, ride the neutrality of maybe. I'm evolving. I'm seeing how things are going. I'm seeing how things are unfolding for me. Because at this point in time, we don't know what's really happening to us. All we know is we're in a state, we're in a position, we're at a certain point, but doesn't mean that point is not going to keep evolving. So when you run the middle way of neutrality in your mind, that's when you can always stay even keel. That you don't get too high and you don't get too low. You just ride the middle. So if you want $1 million tomorrow, it may seem like the best thing in the world. But the complications and the craziness that comes with it, you may not be ready for. So sometimes you may ask for something, say, "God, why is this not happening for me?" But you may not be ready for it. And so if you ride the middle way of, "God, I'm ready when you believe I'm ready. Just show me the path. What is the next step to move? Let me help create this evolution of me," and ride that middle so I don't get too high, I don't get too low. That I know, hey, if there's things to change in my life, let me make the change. But if there's things that I don't understand, let me just ride the wave. ride that middle of don't think too much in the positive way. Like everything's going great. I can never fall. Nothing bad will ever happen to me. Wrong. Or get to that place where everything's going bad, man. I'm feeling depressed. You know, things are not working well for me. This ideas is not working. Wrong again. But if you ride that middle and say, hey, I'm grateful for all the things I have now, but there's other great good things that are coming my way. I'm grateful for all the things I have in my life now, but I know there's abundance coming my way. I know I don't have that relationship now, but I'm dating and loving myself. When you ride that wave of neutrality, of that middle way, again, I would check out the book, the Tao Te Ching. The Tao Te Ching. It's an amazing book. It talks about the middle way, what Buddha taught. But the main point of Buddha was don't hold on, don't grasp. Don't grasp into the meaning of things. Because every day things change. Where you are this year may not be where you're going to be in 5 years from now. And where you are now is probably not where you were 5 years from now. So things are always changing. So when you ride that middle way and know things are constantly changing, you find peace. Because you don't hold on to the bad and you don't hold on to the good. You just ride that middle of, hey, I'm evolving. Things are constantly changing. I am grateful where I'm at now, but I know other good things are coming. And when you ride and you sit in that space, it's very attractive. It's very empowering. It gives you a lot of energy to move on every day because you're happy where you are, but you know you're not content, and you know you're not down because you haven't reached all the goals you have. You just ride that middle every day to say, God, I am good. I am good where I'm at now. Thank you. But I know you have blessings coming my way. And I know things that I may not want right now, I know it's there for a reason. So let me find that reason. And when you ride that middle way, you're not too high, you're not too low, you're always in peace. That's what the Buddha taught. That's what taught in all major religions, for all the great sages and Buddhas that have ever touched this planet. Understand, when you ride that middle, you don't get too high off yourself, and you don't get too low off yourself. You just say, hey, every day is another day for my evolution. You're just the caterpillar, and now you're just evolving into the butterfly. But you have to embrace and be content as your time as the caterpillar. So when you are the butterfly, it's that much more blissful. I appreciate everyone taking your time. Greg, Tiki, Jim, Diane, and anyone else I can't see. I apologize. But I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to watch this. And if this touched you in any type of way, please like, please share, please comment. Please let your peoples know, your friends know, your coworkers know that when you don't get too hype on every day, when it's like, oh, everything's going wrong or everything's going great, and you just get all this energy back and forth, and it's when you could stay in that middle, I promise you'll find peace. Again, this is Rich Fontaine. If you agree with me or not agree with me, but either way, I feel this was a successful conversation. Thank you very much. Namaste.